Good afternoon, my name is Ashley Gholampoor and you're watching MediaPlex Live at 1. How are Windsor businesses doing? Dunya El Haddad had a chat with some local business owners.
Has downtown Windsor become downtrodden? Some feel it has. Many factors impact our local businesses. Nick Pume is the owner of The Dugout for 9 years.
Summers are definitely harder. You know, not only dealing with them out of school, you're dealing with people on vacations and cottages and backyard barbecues and pools. You've got a lot more on your plate to try to compete in the summer than you do in the winter or the fall even.
Recently, after 15 years of business, Starbucks on Olette Avenue has closed up shop. Many efforts by the Downtown Windsor Business Improvement Association to revive life into the city's core, such as open streets and the farmers market. Brian Yeoman was recently appointed head of the BIA.
More on organization-run events, such as the Downtown Windsor Farmers Market, where we put money towards that, but they manage the event themselves. So we kind of facilitate and make it easier for them to run it, versus us putting a lot of manpower and volunteer hours into the event ourselves.
The goal of the Downtown Windsor BIA is to get people downtown to live and play. So Windsor, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, come support your local businesses.
A high school in Tecumseh was shut down, but here's Eleanor Dillon with a new plan of action.
I'm Eleanor Dillon, reporting for MediaPlex News. I'm standing here in front of what seem to be the remains of the Victoria Public High School. The property is made up of 44 acres and the remains are located at 12,433 Dillon Drive. The school was closed down in 2014 due to a declining enrollment. The original plan was for developers to build 94-unit residential housing area after the building was knocked down. However, after a meeting was held by the council on Tuesday the 24th of September, residents from the area stepped forward to express their concerns for the building's future plans and their road. Ron McConnell is a resident from Dillon Drive who has lived there for over 27 years.
We're not against development, but we think the development should be consistent with our neighborhood, which is single-family homes. And if he comes back yet again with another proposal that reflects the neighborhood, we'll all be very happy. We expect there's going to be a development. We're not against development, but three-story apartment buildings seem a little bit out of whack with the neighborhood.
A date for a second public meeting to be held is yet to be announced. I'm Eleanor Dillon.
What's going on in American football? Here's Dalen Davis to expand on some of the rankings for the season.
College football has got off to a great start as they're heading into week 6 of the season. The AP Top 25 rankings are out, and we still have a total of 14 teams that are undefeated. But let's talk about the top 5 teams, which consist of the LSU Tigers coming in at that number 5 spot. Then we have the Ohio State Buckeyes at number 4. Next, we have the Georgia Bulldogs biting onto that number 3 spot. At the number 2 spot, we have the Clemson Tigers clawing away. And last but not least, Roll Tide. Alabama holding on to that number 1 spot with a perfect record of 5-0. But don't you worry, Michigan State fans, because the Spartans have snuck in at the 25th spot with a record of 4-1. However, for the Michigan Wolverine fans out there, the team is currently at the 19th spot with a record of 3-1 after defeating Rutgers 52-0 this past Saturday. That's a wrap for the Sports Minute. My name is Dalen Davis, and this is MediaPlex News.
You all know that summer is over when the puck drops on a new NHL season. The defending champion St. Louis Blues begin their season tonight, and we can maybe stop wondering who the new Maple Leaf captain is. Marco Rovere went out to the streets to find out what you think.
The 2019-2020 NHL season starts tonight with a primetime matchup between the Ottawa Senators and Toronto Maple Leafs. Fans aren't sure what to expect for this season, and you can tell their excitement.
It's always a good time to get hockey back.
I think the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win the cup this year.
Very excited this season. You know, I hope the Tampa Bay Lightning win the Stanley Cup. Hopefully they can bring it home this year, not get swept to the first round.
Nobody's sure who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year, but I guess we'll have to tune in to find out. My name's Marco Rovere, signing off for MediaPlex News Now.
Now for the weather. Today there's a chance of showers with very little sun and a high of 21. Thursday there will be more showers with a high of 22. Friday is looking good. We can expect a sunny day with a high of 16. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ashley Gholampoor and you've been watching MediaPlex Live at 1.